Hey guys, Tightrope here, bringing you a 2v2 today. We are on Eindhoven country. Today spawning in the south, we have Hades playing as Soviets, immediately going for Mechanized support. Tier 1 start over here. Teaming up with him, BulletToTheBrain as US forces with infantry, urban assault, and recon support. From the north, we have Quality playing as OKW with Luftwaffe ground forces. And finally, Game Go, also with OKW, Scavenge, Fortifications, and Special Operations. In terms of rankings, so Patreon backer submitted game. Allies 2,300, Axis 2,050. So a pretty even matchup between these two.
Mission accomplished.
So Hades, double combat engineer into penal. No Kubels from the Axis. I think typically if you are going to go double OKW, probably one of you should go for a Kubel. Should probably be your first unit as well, so you can make use of that capping straight away. But you know, if you can keep it alive, get it to Vet 1, the detection mode on it is so useful in these team game scenarios. You can kind of park it around the center of the map here, and it can provide so much intelligence with that detection ability. Engineers fighting around the corner. Sturmfire is able to close in reasonably smoothly. But Penal's fighting well at the start. Now they're starting to get shredded. Have to exit. M3 rolling up for Hades. Lone combat engineer on the side. Doesn't quite have enough munitions for the flamer yet. Here come the riflemen now though, just bullying these Volksgrenadiers in the centre of the map. Probably should have just retreated this one, honestly. And here comes M3, going in for a bit of a push. Big question, is Hades going to put this squad with the flamer and jump it in, or going to go back for a full health squad? I think I'll probably just go with what's on the field there. Now cut off though, can't upgrade the flamethrower, out of territory. And Sturmfire's harassing the fuel. Combat engineers coming up now. Sandbags on the far edge of the circle. It's interesting, you don't often see that. It's kind of a... maybe thought the M3 was trying to crush these hay bales. It's going to go hunting for the Kubel. But having a bit of trouble chasing it down. I think that was a situation where the M3 just had to continue driving forwards. Looked like Hades tried to right-click the Kubel. Kind of stop the momentum of the M3. Still just might be fast enough to get the kill though. It is. Well, I thought the Kubel would be fast enough to escape there, but it wasn't quite. Good chase down by Hades. Big old blob rolling down onto the ally cutoff. Allies have had lacking fuel so far. It's been cut off. Decaptured a couple times. But now they are harassing the Axis fuel. Got a Panzerschreck for Game Go. And a Ford battle group for Game Go as well. Next to the cutoff. Combat engineers on the run. Didn't quite manage to decap the fuel. He was doing well, but no dodge on the incendiary nade until quite late. Takes a lot of damage. I think it's probably just worth retreating. You know, once you've sat in the flames for about 3 seconds there, it's just no hope of trying to win the fight at that point. When 3 squads are shooting at you. It was a good start to the fight though, and it was a good grenade. People were doing so well. They needed something to hurry up their exit. Okay. 50 cal getting flanked here and incendiary naded. I'll try and run around the castle for a little bit longer. by a bit of time. Only went for 2 squads of infantry bullets, so kind of 1 squad down. It's making it a little bit difficult. Did manage to get an early ambulance though with that kind of build. Okay. Bolshevik available now for quality. And both the axes actually going for 3 folks with a machine gun. That's interesting. Oh, grenade tech as well for Bullet to the Brain. Good dodge there by quality though. So investing quite a bit into side tech. Accidentally pushed the combat engineers out of the capture circle there. 3 penals. Other one's back at base. All 3, if he has enough munis, can come up for a satchel on this truck, and it's about enough to kill it. Something GameGo has to watch out for, especially if his machine gun gets forced away here. Penals though, trying to run out, trying to dodge around the side of the arc, ends up getting suppressed. He's back there. Has a Shrek. Fires a shot but missing. Now the combat engineer getting suppressed. Oh, just about getting baited in a little bit, and Faust is going to come through on the M3. Follow up. Faust coming in for another Volksgrenadier. That is not good for Hades. Looks like the M3 is going to go down. Kind of just pushed in a little bit too far, trying to kill the Sternpyros. Got caught out by the Fausts. Have to be a little bit faster on the controls. And we've got a flak half track on the far edge. Rear echelon about to get a rude surprise here. So clumped up as well. Got some bars now for Bullet to the Brain, so he's gone full side techs already. But only with, you know, 3 squads of infantry to really make use of them. He's got quite a lot of manpower floating, maybe thinking about going for Rangers, but you know, if you're gonna go for Rangers, then you might want to consider not investing so much into side tech, and this has slowed the Stuart down. He's actually going to go for a Stuart. I guess this is maybe in reaction to the flak half track. Maybe put this down into ambulance healing, because that squad is very low on health. Could do with it. Squad's trying to get around the side, but they get suppressed almost straight away. Bit of bad luck there for Bullet to the Brain. The squad coming back into the fight, but still over a third of its health missing. The squad just not recovering from the suppression. Do manage to crawl in close enough for a grenade. Pretty good damage. Sternpyros hiding behind the trees. Ambulance trying to get away, and so does the 50 cal. MG does end up getting decrewed. Sternpyros throw a concussive grenade. Could maybe go for the steal on this now. It's a relatively safe retreat actually. But the riflemen are in some trouble getting hunted down. Chased all the way to base. And I think that was that squad that could have got healed by the ambulance. Came into the fight. So much health missing. Ends up getting punished. And the squad that... Ooh, the squad that stole the machine gun as well also going down. Stuart just needed to be here a little bit earlier. Maybe could have gone for some pushing. Volksgrenadiers though both die for quality. This one trying to go for a Faust, and this one just no retreat. So the Allies kind of needed that, because with all those losses Bullet to the Brain suffered, falling quite far behind. And the Shrek is upgrading on the Sternpyro, but it's not ready yet. So this squad's going to take quite a bit of damage. I think they're going to try to jump into the building, which is quite risky, clumping next to the door. point where the Stuart can actually do some big damage. And you don't really have to be that scared of the Stuart at this stage. We do have a Raketin, but it's back at base at the moment for quality. Hasn't made it to the front lines yet. There is indeed some Rangers. 2 squads of them for Bullet to the Brain. Flak base coming up back here, but it's going to have a lot of its vision blocked by this tree line. Also got a infantry support gun a little bit further back. The T-70 coming in for the punish. Only the shreked up squad, the defense for Game Go, does not have a good answer to this T-70, so it's blasting away right now. But still, the triple cap running against the allies. They need to send like 1 squad out to these edges. It should be quite easy to do, especially now if the Stuart could force away whatever down this far side. Car track in the centre though. Rangers going to struggle there. But yeah, you know, if you're planning to go for mass Rangers like this, not as much point investing all into the side tech since they come with a weapon upgrade and grenades stock. Good bit of damage here from the T-70 on the wrong side of the cover. Just about getting a squad wipe there as well. I mean, the Penals could probably make an attack down this angle and just mass satchel across the tree line to get the kill here. He's got plenty of munitions to attempt it as well. Okay, finally looks like the Stuart's going to branch out to the far side. MG's guarding the fuel point. Maybe we should send this over to guard the VP when you're this far behind. Can't afford to get that harassed again.
Yeah. On your feet, ladies.
Back half track. Hasn't seen that much action though, really. 3 kills. Half a star vet.
This is it.
Here comes all the infantry out to the far side.
Yes, comrade. To let them get the upper hand. Prepare for action.
Okay, ISG actually getting a couple hits in there. Still no G43 for these Jaeger lights, well overdue at this stage. There we go, Fallschirmjäger trying to make a push onto the fuel. Shut that down nice and fast. Still need to get a little bit more active with the Stuart. You know, we're still maybe 2 minutes before Axis will start to have medium tanks, so you need to try and get as much value out of the Stuart for that time. Need to be a bit more active with it. It's going to be a flak panzer coming out at a pretty fast timing. I suppose the Axis have had very strong fuel control. Stuart still does pretty well against the flak panzer though, since flak panzer doesn't have that good penetration or armor. I think it's 110 armor. So Stuart still has a pretty good chance to pin on it. Under some pressure. Got the AT gun rolling up for Bullet to the Brain. Went for a Captain side tech. Still quite far away from the Calliope in terms of command points. It's a build you can go for sometimes. If it's been a high action game, just go straight into the Calliope with double officer at the start, especially if you suffer some squad losses. The extra officer can really help. Okay, T70 gonna get Fausted, but no, he cancels the Faust. Flak Panzer driving right in here. And the AT gun misses his first shot. Guard's doing alright though with the PTRSs. Allies do manage to neutralize the center here. They did lose control on the far edge. 162 VPs. Need to be really careful. Got some smoke coming in from the Axis trying to cover the center, but it's a little bit too slow. It's coming in from Hades, forcing the retreat. Calf track out the far side. Stuart's in a bad position there. Kind of jammed up against all this cover. Could easily get yourself in some major trouble trying to dodge away after that. It's going to be double anti-tank guns for Bullet to the Brain, and maybe looking to put down a bit of a siege on this Shreya. He's getting a bit of damage done. T70 coming in for the machine gun. Not much success though. Haystacks, the elevation, blocking a lot of shots. The kitten spins around. And here comes the Flak Panzer. Going to polish off the T70. Misses, a few bounces. T70 is still alive, but oh boy, what's it doing? Oh my god. Just about went down. Here comes the Stuart though. The kitten facing the wrong direction. He smokes, trying to save himself from the Stuart. Stuart's not on prioritized vehicles. He needs to go for some attack rounds. That was a pretty easy kill there, I think. 2 attack rounds. Should have done the job. Bit slow on the reactions there. Bullet to the Brain. Need to be on prioritized vehicles so that the turret was facing the right direction, and then yeah, two attack rounds would have got the job done there. Like attack round, small chase, another attack round. That's how I'd approach it. Okay, got some grenades coming in. Engineers planting some mines down here. That's a good idea. Able to win that fight because of the grenade, the mines rather, the suppression. Let's continue to try and harass the VPs. Quality now has quite a lot. Maybe going to go for a Panther first, or it could even be a King Tiger at this stage. Okay, going to go for another squad of Fallschirmjäger, so definitely not going to be the Panther. It's going to be a King Tiger rush, but that, you know, we see this happen quite often. It's not a good decision. You got your enemy like right up against the wall, 162 VPs left, and instead of, you know, getting maybe a 15-minute medium take to try and press your advantage further, you then just allow them back into the game, trying to save up for ages. I mean, you know, going for something like a Panzer IV at this stage, maybe not as useful since Bullet to the Brain does have the double anti-tank guns. I think it still has its merits. Hades, you know, kind of relying on PTRSs, so can bleed those quite effectively with the Panzer IV. They can operate a bit more on this side of the map, and the anti-tank guns aren't that mobile, they can't cover the entire map. Slow to rotate. Oh! Oh, Hades retreats the wrong unit there. Big misclick. Ends up costing them a squad. Shots. Ooh, and a friendly fire mine. Detonated by that Raketen hit. T70's in some trouble. Captain goes down to a big old nade. Oh, don't quite get a clean connection on that plane. No suppression on those Fallschirmjäger, and they are just running right through the Allied front line. The T-gun decrew. We got the Rangers coming across though. And because these guys don't have upgrades. Oh, but oh! Huge infiltration raids, and then the ISG polishes off the Rangers. Oh, that is some painful moments for Bullet to the Brain. Ran right into those infiltration nades. Big oof, and now the Axis looking to wrap up the VP again. Hades does have a lot of manpower to rebuild with. It's going to be another penal squad. And a T-34 in the build now as well. Don't know about T-34. I think I'm probably trying to save for an ISU at this stage. You know, you haven't seen any tanks beyond the Flak Panzer, so probably expecting you're going to be up against something big. And second T-34 is not really going to be the answer to that. My bullet to the brain just about there for the Calliope. Another tiny bit of command points required. You can see Hades definitely in the action a bit more. This can happen if you go for like a lot of machine guns. They tend to accumulate command points quite slowly. Built to the brain. Only built one, I think, right? But stolen another one. Here comes the Calliope now, though. Did manage to recover the second anti-tank gun as well. The Axis didn't follow up for the kill on that. And the Jaegerlight's just being used as a vision tool here. It's interesting. On hold fire, but getting spotted by the plane. That was a major recon pass, actually. Nicely done. Here comes the Calliope. Oh, onto the trucks out the back here. This is forward retreat activated, but didn't really get too much. I thought it was going to be on maybe some of these team weapons closer to the front. Panzer IV diving in from quality. He did go for a Panzer IV at the end of all of this. Just on the T-34. Wow, that was a close shot. Australians want to get one more Faust off here to finish the job. Not going to happen. Still quite a bit of repairs required for Hades. There's still a lot of manpower. Could maybe afford to put down a cache or two. A fuel cache would be quite handy. But yeah, first Calliope barrage, not the area I would be trying to target with it, honestly. Firing out the back there, kind of onto the OKW truck. Unless you're going to like kill it, you're putting like a proper siege down on it. It's just not that important of a target. Especially, you know, firing into the fog. Didn't have vision of it anymore. Didn't have that sustained vision from a recon plane or a flare to reduce the scatter. And most of the squads near it had already moved away. Good kill though on the Jaegerlights. Well done by the T-34. Panther now for game go. But yeah, quality, big mistake. You know, this Panzer IV came out about a minute ago. Could have had it like 5 minutes earlier. And been so much more successful. The AT guns lining up. Oh, one of them missed. Black Panzer getting out of there. Stuart though could be in some trouble. Oh, he's not paying attention. Too focused on the Calliope barraging. Which this time, barraging shallower. You can see Volkskrieger there in the end. It's that quality. Quality paying too much attention to over here, and bullet to the brain too much attention to over here. They both end up losing some stuff, but here we go. Double AT guns on the siege now. This is a really good time to make use of take aim. The boosted range and vision can really help you knock down these trucks. You don't have to go for attack rounds. You can go for actual attacks and so a much higher success rate. Got a 50 cal back here, but pushing Mago still might be able to do a little bit of damage. Here comes the Panther. A T-34 on the side with some PTRSs as well. Suppression kicking in. Here come the Volkskrieger. There's the truck about to go down. One more shot. There it goes. T-guns in some trouble now. They switch their focus fire over to the Panzer IV. attrition kicking in from the planes. The flak pans are rolling up. Backing away quite rapidly though. So we've got that flak half track. It's out the back. It's working well against Hades. So 180 gun decrewed. Might still be able to recover it. We don't have much infantry nearby though for Bullet to the Brain.
Cover that man! Men, eyes on me!
Good crit with the Major if he doesn't mind losing that. 106 points left for the Allies. They've done a good job turning things around here. That forward square was just too far forwards really, you know. I think if you're going to put it down, maybe it should be like back here somewhere. And, you know, having its vision blocked from one of the main angles of attack could easily have gone down just to mass satchel charges. That was a nasty shot there from the Scot. MG down. Bit risky, honestly. Bullet to the Brain going for a Scot as well as a Calliope with no Jackson. Could easily get caught out. But the Axis, neither of them I don't think has the mechanized truck down, so no walking Stukas to actually punish this heavy team weapon play. And forward retreat, it's not that far forward. It's kind of marginal how beneficial it is, since you have, you know, increased reinforced time when forward retreat points are active. Probably like net neutral, but since the ambulance is further forwards, you can use it to heal, so then that's where you get the benefit. Maybe not on the retreating units, but on the team weapons that can't retreat. Looks like Game Go forgets about the Volksgrenadiers. They go down on the far edge. Volksgrenadiers dead in the centre. Is that to the Calliope? 12 kills, looks like it. So you maybe got a stern power model as well. Game Go is going to go for the final tech truck. Panzer IV coming down the side. Panther charging right ahead. Dropping down the artillery, but the button on the Panther slowed. Panzer IV coming in from the side. He's going to go hunting for some of this more vulnerable stuff out the back. A ram, but no penetration. Panther should be quite safe. Panzer IV going for the vulnerable backline. Looking for the Scot. Scot goes down. No vet on that. Couldn't pop the smoke. Looks like he's going to try to extract himself now. He dropped down the airborne assault as well. I didn't expect that. Panzer IV only backs partially. And the double anti-tank guns around in the corner here. Guns are coming back in. Allied tanks are staying out of the danger zone, but the Panther's coming back in. T-34 now one shot, but the Panther's backing away. And the double anti-tank guns are lining up now. Panther though going for the chase. What's the final shot on the T-34? And gets it. Well, you know, they're going to talk about how Bullet to the Brain probably should have gone for a Jackson instead of that Scot. I think we're kind of seeing the results of that. Hades as well, just about there for the ISU. Didn't have any anti-tank guns though. Sticky satchel, and the flak pans actually goes down. Oh god. Oof. You gotta be careful. You know, flak pans are trying to shoot from this side. I mean, a lot of the shots are just gonna get blocked by the hill. Not the best. You just can't allow yourself to get satcheled there. Points of drain from the Allies though. Let's see what this ISU can do. But he still has so much manpower. Continue. I just think you should be going for more guards at this stage rather than trying to rebuild penals as well. The button is just so valuable. Walking Stuka now for game go. I think that's a perfectly reasonable choice. And now we've got a Panther from quality also. Need to start getting some mines down on these flanks to try and prevent Panthers from going for some cheeky maneuvers. Oh, this could be the end. Thompson's though a little bit slow in the chase. Still get the kill though.
We're getting the hell beat out of us. We got 75
Trying to
points
cap out the
remaining.
edge, but we have an over squad behind the sandbags. That's not going to work too well. High explosive here with the ISU. Go for the concrete piercing shot. I think that concrete piercing shot still has 70 range, right? So you can do it from outside of the range of the Raketin. Jackson though driving up here and catches himself in some trouble, but the Panther IV misses the first shot. Got a bazooka squad back there as well.
Supply sector under attack.
Panther IV backing away. The penals out to the side. They're not going to be strong enough to win this fight, and no dodge on the nades. They go down. So is the Raketin in the center though. The Calliope is working well. Smoke out from quality. Here come the Rangers. The suppression staying, and he goes in for a bit of a crush actually. Not a bad move. Did he get one kill from that? Yes, he did. Oh, the flak. What was that doing so far forwards? Looks like it went down to the US anti-tank guns there. The 8 VPs left for the Allies. They are making some progress though on the edges. Jackson's back here. Kind of needs to come in with both his tanks. Sending them in one at a time, not the best for quality. MG dead in the center though. T70 just on recon mode, providing that vision. For the ISU. That's a good combination. So we've got 2 walking Stukas. I don't think I noticed the first one too much from game go, only 2 kills. Gonna be another one now. He's still with so much manpower float. Okay, decided to side tech out to tier 2 and gonna build a couple anti-tank guns now. I think that's a very good choice. I was thinking that was maybe gonna happen before the ISU even. A third combat engineer could actually be like a reasonable choice as well. Just for
Heavy machine gun team ready
more
for
mines. Down now though, a couple mines. On the armor piercing there, so the ISU not the best against the Raketin. Dropping down the planes though, Raketin a little bit slow dodging away. It's a pretty hard connection, but look at that walking Stuka. That one from quality. Double D crew. Jumps back on it now. Still on armor piercing with the ISU, so it's not a huge amount of success. Calliope out the back actually kills off the Raketin. Some good scatter, and the ISG getting low from that as well. Penal dead out to the side though. The Eyes losing control of the VPs again. Guards into firing positions. And the walking Stukas. Good connection there. Not going to drain any points though. They do manage to neutralize the center at least. Okay, Panther coming in. Double Panthers making a bit of a move on the ISU. They're slow to back away. They're dropping down the artillery and the planes. This is not looking good for the Allies. AT gun out to the side though. It's doing well. The ISU can back away before the planes start to unload their anti-tank, and the mine actually stopping one of the Panthers. This mine's so valuable. Looks like the ISU is still going to go down though to this tank dive. But Panzer IV also falling, and they could catch a Panther now on the exit as well. Oh, it's having its vision blocked by the trees. Oh, but the Jackson came off the far flank. Came in for the kill, but now could take an anti-tank pass. Somehow didn't trigger these planes. Very surprised by that. Jackson coming back in to finish off the wreck. Now maybe he's going to take an anti-tank pass. Looks like the bulldozer Sherman got very low during that fighting as well. Started off quite badly for the Allies, but, you know, really turned around on the tail end of that engagement. Able to knock out 2 of the Axis tanks in return. That mine, I think, was instrumental. I think the other Panther had to continue diving in so far because Panther hit the mine, couldn't chase effectively. RP on these team weapons. Just about got the ISG. That was very lucky to survive. Might have been a better target though, going for the machine gun to allow the cap here, and ISG back here end up getting the Ranger wipe. They're going for the cap on the far edge now as well, the Axis. T-70 needs to come off recon mode and start contesting the flanks. Should be quite a lot safer now with already having lost 2 vehicles. Got some guards coming up, trying to get around the side of the machine gun. Needs that T-70 though. A few hits getting traded in the center. Big damage onto the Panther. Sherman just getting no luck with the main gun at the moment. Could consider using the phosphorus round. Really puts a stop to the infantry. Especially like the anti-tank wielding units. I want to just force them away a bit faster than that. We're just going in for the cap. Here comes another walking Stuka though. T-guns. Quite far away now. Got a mine coming up on the far side. The T-70 going to continue using it for vision through the center. Do have double anti-tank guns, could, you know, come forwards with them, maybe go for like a double Zis barrage. Can't do that anymore because it's brought in the planes again. Oh, there's a bit of waste of munitions, honestly. Pushing they get power drop behind the 50 cal, that is to get out of there. Ooh. Close call. Sherman's coming out to the far side. Okay, there we go. Very strong Calliope. Wipes the obus, decrease the ISG. Points are still draining, and here comes the T-70 coming around the side. Trying to open up this angle. Trying to force away the machine gun first so the infantry can come in. MG's holding its angle. Panther should probably have come across here. Suppression kicking in. Needs to maybe come for like a two-pronged attack. Raketen doing... the Panzerschreck doing well against the T-70. Jackson is in position to try and assist with the fight, but it took a shot from the Raketen that wants to back out now. Shrek squad is dead though. Panther missing a shot, so T-70 is still able to get some work done. The Allies neutralize the center, but it cost them a lot. Get some smoke down. T-70 does manage to get the job done, forcing the retreat. Should allow the guards to come in here and do some capping. He's triggering these mines with the grenade. That's a fair trade. Dropping down the Fallschirmjäger. Four points left. It's going to be close. To drain one more during that little tick there. Really lucky that the Panther missed the shot on the T-70, would have killed it. Wouldn't have been able to force away the machine gun, and it would have been GG on the spot. But here we go, Hades finally managed to field another ISU. Have to imagine this would have came through so much earlier if they had just had like 2 fuel caches down. A couple caches down could have, you know, gone such a long way. Okay, smoke into the center, bit of cover to cover. Trying to cap behind this with a fresh squad of riflemen. Fully ticked. Stuka. Ooh. Luckily though, the one rocket scattered here and there was a pretty big gap, like right where the anti-tank guns were just about. Didn't take too much. The AT guns rolling into the center looking for the Panther. It's the Calliope, decreased the machine gun that was capping. Don't have that T-70 for vision anymore, so Allies not as strong through the center, and stolen AT gun there. The Jackson could go down to the double ATs, but they were getting shot at the ISU instead. Lucky break for the Allies. 105 artillery out the side, but that's an easy dodge. It needs to be on anti-tank guns when you're making a push. They were using it well before. It's a bit of a waste. Oh, but the walking Stuka! Huge! Doubles this decrewed. Got plenty of manpower to rebuild. The kitten down, should be just fielding some guards now. Need a squad on the field immediately. All out capping war now. This is again, maybe we should use a phosphorus shell on the AT gun. Looks like he is. No. Some major artillery coming down the axis, neutralize the far edge. We've got some combat engineers hidden in there though. He really needs to spin this float. MG into the center now. It's going to be close. The combat engineers jam the cap though. And there goes the AT gun. And Stuka. She's surviving though. ISU up to the far side, but the Axis are going to manage to complete the capture. It's 1-1 though, no points are draining. And the ISU's machine gun actually getting the job done, but no support from anti-tank guns over here. The Panther should be just blitzing in here with that OKW blitz, boosting up the rate of fire. Not happening though. Okay, here comes the Sherman out to the side. Gonna find the walking Stuka, knocks it out. Yeah, oh, he's going hunting. There's 2 walking Stukas further. The game go. Oh, he's trying to dodge away, but it's too slow. The game go. No defenses back here. Like no snaring squads, no mines. Huge Sherman dive. Triple walking Stuka kill. Could even catch these Fallschirmjäger on the retreat here. Calliope's getting the job done as well. Big damage onto these team weapons. Bit of smoke in the center. All the capping is jammed. Triple walking Stuka. I mean, yeah, it's just a bit too much. They needed one more tank. Maybe could have defended that otherwise. And now the Axis and Tatters, look at how small their armies are. Suffering so many losses, and they just have no anti-tank really. Panther's trying to come across here, but getting mass button. The AT gun connecting on the rear as well. This is why the guards are so valuable. That button, such a powerful weapon. Gets the Panthers. Coming back and still on armor piercing though. This one I think on high explosive. Just swarming in, cleaning up all this Axis infantry and team weapon. ISU coming in, fully repaired. Switching over to AP to try and handle that. And the Sherman tanks though quite low. Need to send these combat engineers out to cap the far edge. Can never be content. Could lose the game so easily if you don't have the triple cap. One small VP mistake at 3 points and you're out of there. Sherman though, chasing away this Axis infantry, and we've got some Rangers out here guarding. Oh, the Sherman crushed with the bulldozer. You don't see that too often. He's a bit slower than the regular Sherman, so it does make it a bit harder to crush. Bullet to the brain making it look easy there. He's going in for another one. The Sternpie's retreat. Smoking cap in the center. Jammed though. A lot of mines coming down. ISU turning to the center. Calliope onto the forward retreat again. ISU could get some monster shots in, but it's on armor piercing. Sherman comes in for a bit of crush. It's also on armor piercing. Stops the cap at least. And Axis just can't even grind their way back in with the boosted manpower from the small army sizes. They're taking crazy casualties trying to tick off these last 3 VPs instead of trying to build their way back into the match.
Tank support is here. Sherman ready.
Kitten and Panther trying to do their best here, but badly outnumbered. There he goes, this barrage. It's a pretty good one. It's the first this barrage I've seen. But I do favour this barrage over this strafing run in most cases. The reaction times from Bullet to the Brain though jump back into the Sherman to shut down the Fallschirmjäger. He lost the vehicle crew there. That could have been disastrous. Now putting a siege down on the rebuilt Schwer of GameGo. Su-85 now for Hades as well.
Command has been lost. Dispatching a mobile HQ vehicle.
Again onto the forward retreat. Maybe should have saved it for the cap, but that's alright. 105 artillery trying to force back the Soviet units. The Panthers making a move. She was on high explosive, but the Jackson's there as well. The Panther is hammered. Fallschirmjäger though continuing on their offensive. The Sherman had to back away from the Panzerschreck. Somehow the riflemen survived that. Too scared of the major artillery. The Sherman's considering rotating into the center, it looks like. Quality, I think over-investing into Fallschirmjäger could have had another tank instead. And a Panther would have gone a long way. Could have been able to cap out the far side if he had a Panther just chasing away that Sherman. Maybe we could have closed the show, so... a build order mistake just spamming Fallschirmjäger. Instead of trying to rebuild some tanks. That's allowing the Shermans to be very successful. Chase down, hoping to wipe this Sternpie. We had the Shrek, the Sweeper, and the MG34. Now it's gone. Found the Fallschirmjäger hordes though into the center. There we go. This is what I'm talking about. Close range Calliope. Oof, slightly off to the wrong side though, unfortunately. Retreated down this side instead down this side, otherwise probably would have been a couple of squad wipes there. Unfortunate for Bullet to the Brain. Picked up a second Calliope though, so another one ready to go. Panthers in some major trouble getting hunted down by the Jackson. One more shot and it's dead. Might be just fast enough to escape though. Calliope now into the base. Getting a couple kills back there actually. A lot of scatter. 3 kills, a lot of health damage. Oh, the Panther gets sniped off by the SU-85. Thought he was safe back there, but he wasn't. Now the Allies looking to mop up these Ford tech trucks. As to build for quality. Needed to be a Panther though, coming in up against these Dozer Blade upgraded Sherman tanks. And more crushing out the back. Nowhere is safe from these Dozers. And Fallschirmjäger just getting tortured out the back here, getting crushed like crazy. As 4 arrives, but the Sherman extracting itself quite cleanly. This was a little bit slower on the chase. Need to be just driving forwards the whole time. Probably could have got the kill. Sherman getting boosted out of there by the radio net. There's the oh, that got crushed. I was going to say, did he really just get wiped again? Oh my god, he pushes the Rangers into his own mine and then he loses it. Sherman is on high explosive though, so they're not doing much, but the Jacksons can. And then he misses. I think that might have been the kill shot on this Sherman as well if he pins. Oh, that's a tragedy for quality. And 30 points left. It's going to do for the Axis. No hope for them anymore.
They only have 25 points remaining.
Maybe even left.
Drive the attack. They only have 10.
Yep. GG. Oh boy. Yeah, strong start from the Axis. Good territory control. BulletToTheBrain making some questionable decisions, trying to invest so much into all those side techs. I think maybe I'd skip grenades. You know, with this commander, you do get the Molotovs as well. Maybe you can still go for weapon racks that can put them on your re-echelon or whatever, get the bazookas and stuff. That can work all game. But yeah, that did delay the Stuart. The Stuart did okay. The flak half-track didn't do too much once the Stuart had arrived, and that's pretty much all you can hope. Getting the kill is just gravy at that stage. There wasn't one opportunity with the attack grounds, but didn't manage to convert that. Hades, though, with this kind of manpower float most of the game, really needs to get a bit more comfortable pushing right the way up to 100. Could have got some fuel caches down earlier, which really would have helped with the arrival of that second ISU. Could have came out so much earlier if they just had a couple caches down. Would have made such a big difference. So yeah, but you know, GG, well played by the both teams. Tight contest, maybe a couple build order mistakes across the board. Quality continuing to spam Fallschirmjäger, just trying to drain off those last few VPs instead of trying to build their way back in. Game going for 2 Hawking Stukas instead of another tank. Just had no defenses to that Sherman, just drove right in out the back here. Killed both 3 Walking Stukas. Again, maybe a penalty for having Fallschirmjäger, Jaeger lights, no snaring squads, no mines. Kind of asking to get punished like that, and BulletToTheBrain got the job done. Reasonable sieges down on the trucks, but I think this one could have gone down even earlier, as I said, with mass satchel charges across the tree line. Would have really helped out with control in the center, but you know, good T-70 control kept it alive most of the match, and in the end, you know, able to save the game with the move over here, clearing off the machine gun, opening up the capture again. Very, very close match. Well, anyway, guys, wrapping that. If you like it, going to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.